everyone, it's Carolyn from Carolyn's Creative Classroom, and I wanted to hop on really quickly to show you day one's progress on setting up the new dramatic play. This is going to be the bakery slash with a kitchen where they're going to cook the food, and then I made a little seating area. And then over here is going to be the market, and I'm going to have all of the, Diamond wanted to say hello, all of the food there. You can see I haven't gone through all of my stuff yet. I have huge buckets full of stuff. I just started pulling everything out. And then I'm going to have 2 trees, so I have another tree coming, and that's going to be the apple orchard. It'll be back here. And on the back here, I wanted to either paint or draw some kind of apple orchard background. I have started pulling some of my apple books. As you can see, I've already pulled some apples that I had, but I have more stuff coming from Amazon. So I'll keep you posted on day 2 and the creations on making all the labels so you can see day by day what everything looks like. So it's printing time. Part 1, lamination time. Hello everyone, it's the final reveal of the Apple Dramatic Play. I'm here to answer as many questions as I can, walk you through all of the Dramatic Play areas, and let you know where I purchased some of it. You can find this resource on TPT. All 3 that you're going to see in here is included in one of the TPT resources. All of the printable signs and everything is included, and the links to everything I'm going to show you here. So let's start with the Apple Bakery. As you can see, I have the open and closed signs. This is something that I practice in August heavily so that the students know that when it's closed that they're not allowed to enter that area. It's a procedure that, again, like I said, we practice it so that it's down. There's no questions. The kids know where everything goes, where everything belongs. And by September, they're ready for something like this. So a big question I get is, Carolyn, this is a huge dramatic play area. My kids can't handle it. And that is completely fine. This is something that can be broken into 3 different sets. If you wanted to, you could have just the Apple Bakery for one day, the Apple Orchard another week, and then the Apple Market. And so you could break this into 3 weeks if you wanted to. This is going to be up for all of September for me. It is a fairly large dramatic play area, but my kids can handle it. It's something that we've practiced. If you have all 3-year-olds, I would recommend doing something a little bit smaller, starting off smaller, teaching the expectations, so you can build up to something like this. My kids have practiced not touching any of the signs, not pulling things down. I know a lot of questions I get is, does your room get destroyed? And my kids know exactly where everything belongs because I like to label with pictures everything, and it's something that we practice over and over and over again. Do they get it perfect the first time? Of course not. It's something that you have to build up to. So you'll always have signs for each area. So I like to make mine huge. So you'll see that right here, there's blue tape holding so it's 2 pages stuck together. But I do include a 1-page one, so if you have a smaller area that you can still have the sign labeling where everything is. And you'll always have signs for all of the types of materials. And if it's some kind of sale, I always will have tags for prices because we're practicing numbers. You'll always have an open and closed sign because it's very important, teaching the kids if that area is open or closed. And then you have the seating area. So they're going to practice looking at a menu, reading, especially for your kindergartners, left to right. So they'll look at it, order the mood. And then you can see here too, I have the I Can, so they can look at the menu, order the food, pretend to eat, and pay the bill. And there's pictures that go with each thing. And then let's say they destroyed the menu. So I would X out using an expo marker here, and it just tells them that they can't use that and they've lost that ability. And it's pretty fast. The kids learn, okay, so I'm not going to do that anymore, because they lose that opportunity, and the kids know exactly what to do. Another question I get is, how do you put the posters up without ruining the paint? And that is the blue tape. I tape everything onto the wall using blue tape. You can see here I'm almost out. Another thing I get is, how do I keep all of the sheets from getting ruined? And I like to have them in these clipboards, and then they use the clipboard to write on. So coming over here, we have the seating area, and then the ones that are going to serve them, they can seat the customers, take the orders, deliver the food, and take payment. And then you have the menu here. I think it came out so adorable. I tried to include from 1 to 10, because that's kind of what we're focusing on right now, because that's where my kids are at. And then you can see I broke it into breakfast, I broke it into snacks, I laminated it, which is why you have that kind of shimmer and shine, but dessert and drinks. And then I make a back cover, and then you can see I made them front to back, and I laminated it, and then I used my machine to bind it. Keeps it really sturdy. And the good thing with these spines, I don't know if you can see here, where they connect, you can actually open and close them, so you can change them out if you want to. Another feature in my dramatic play I like to do is always meet the staff with the necklaces. And I try to be as many male and female options as possible so the kids feel included. I try to include as many diverse kids as I possibly can, and I teach every single one of these options, like what a manager is, what a clerk is, and what a clerk can do, what the apple pickers do, and where would they be. So there's a lot of teaching that comes with this dramatic play. For our chefs, our bakers, they'll have a recipe book. I absolutely love how this turned out. So I really practice going in order. We practice, steps and how steps are important to go in order. We also, especially when I was teaching kindergarten, we try to see if we can find all of the sight words, finding sight words like the, and then depending on where they are in kindergarten, whether we're doing CVC words, we'll sound out these words. So wherever your students are, there's a variety of different ways that you can use this. And I tried to include as many different types of things. So for the caramel apples, you notice here that I have the caramel. I found an Etsy seller who was amazing that made me these caramel. She sewed them. And then I link this into the TPT resource, and it has Velcro, and inside are the cubes for the caramel, so they can actually really use it and pretend like they're cooking. Again, everything is labeled. They have a spot for everything, so the students know where everything goes. So I'm not the one cleaning up, the students are. Now, will I go back and make sure that they have everything in the right place? Of course, but for the most responsibility, it's on the kids. So you have inside of the bakery where they're answering phones, taking phone orders. So I have another book that's here. Again, I use the same kind of binding, and they have the bakery form. I laminated it, so I'm going to be having the kids use expo markers. It's a spread, so that they're just going to use this. And they have the customer's name, so they're practicing writing names. For kindergartners, make sure they're using capital letters. And then they're going to X out and circle either store pickup or delivery. Do they want any drinks? And then what size? So a lot of oral language, a lot of vocabulary, writing numbers for the total price. So there's just so many skills that they're, working on, and something that's so fun. Again, labels for everything. The baker's kitchen, and if you were teaching first grade, you would make sure that you would teach, apostrophe and ownership. So this really can be used from pre-K all the way to first grade. The reading orders, if you're teaching first grade, have them actually write the orders. So they're having to, sound out the types of words and using their phonemic awareness and phonics skills. Baking the food, they're following the recipe, and you can see there's pictures for every single thing so that it's not hard for the kids. Dressing room, again, another I can. You can see I have labels where the aprons are. Pot holders, the hats, their credit card, the wallet, how they're paying, purse. And then for the aprons, I had a print-to-garment machine make these. They came out so cute. And each one, the Apple Market and the baker, I have pictures so you can see them up close. Janitor's closet is another one that I keep in every single one of my dramatic play so that they're always cleaning and putting stuff away. Same with the dressing room, because we're always dressing up. So this is something that I'm actually not teaching the kids anymore. That's 2 areas that repeat each time, so they already know the expectations on how to handle those 2 areas. Coming into the kitchen stuff, you have the cooking tools. Again, you have labels for everything so they know exactly where all of those go. And then you'll see that the strainer and the cooker and the pot are used inside of the cooking. So you'll see that we have the peeler. Here's the strainer. Here's the pot, so that they're actually following the recipe and exact pictures so they know exactly what to do. Like here's the peeler for peeling the apples, the sticks. So that there's a place for everything. Just like there's maple syrup in one of them, whipped cream. And I found all of these different ingredients and things on a variety of different places. This is actually the Snow White set in Disney, which comes with the crust and the shells and the pie pans and the apple slices. Those come from a Disney one. These apple slices, there's a set of fractions on Amazon that cuts apples. So you have all those areas there for the kitchen and baking. So many different skills that you hit. And then when you come to the Apple Market, there's a variety of different apple foods, apple yogurt, apple chips. You can see all I did here was I printed it, laminated it, and then I stapled it onto a bag that's just chips from an Amazon purchase. Apple strudel, apple cheese, apple cereal. And you can see here it's just a multi-grain cereal box that came with, I think, a grocery store. And all I did was laminate and cut it and put it onto the box, weighing the apples. And then the caramel dip, it's actually waffles, but I just put a thing on the back of it. The apple jelly technically is grape jelly, but we're going to pretend it's apple jelly. Same with the peanut butter jars. You have the applesauce. This one actually came from Fisher-Price, so when they opened it up, it kind of looks like applesauce. I thought that was super cute. So you can see the muffins came from Amazon, pie came from Amazon, cake came from Amazon. The caramel and candy apples actually came from the same Etsy seller. They're so cute. She sewed it and made them. And I link that onto TPT as well. So you have labels for price tags if they wanted to change them out, basket for shopping, bags for shopping. apple juice. The bottle came from Melissa and Doug's set that has a bunch of different drinks. The Fisher-Price came with the same set that was the applesauce. Soda, again, we're just going to pretend it's apple soda. And then apple cider is actually orange juice. All I did was put the label on the back so it matches. Being creative with what you have. You don't have to make this a huge setup. Like I said, you could break it up. Here we have apple books. I have so many different apple books. Again, you have the Apple Market sign. The open and close signs are so important. We have coupons and gift cards and pay here. I did peel off the numbers because I mopped. Didn't want to ruin them. Now, these apples that you saw in day one, I actually ended up purchasing 2 more sets, so I had a much bigger one for them to sort. And we're going to talk about different ways we could sort it besides colors, so I needed more apples. But those are 3 sets. It comes with having the time when they're open, and I do have an empty version that's editable that you can add yours. Now serving with numbers, and then coming over here to the apple orchard area. Again, another I can, so they can sort apples by colors. They can pick apples, weigh apples, pay the bill. Again, another open and close sign. I purchased these because they're soft, so if they decided to be weapons, nobody's getting hurt. But again, we practice rules and procedures. I have red and green, came from Oriental Trading. We have our receipt where they're going to count. We have weighing so that they're practicing measurement, numbers, writing numbers. Again, they're going to sign here, so they're practicing writing their name. You have baskets and a wheelbarrow. And then once they pick it, they can go to the delivery station and deliver. So you have reserved parking sign. Another I can for packing the truck, driving safe. We talk about safety a lot. Following the map. And I just put the ring so it hangs easily. And I laminated this because I figured that if the students wanted to draw and maybe add a house or add a bridge or whatever, they could be creative. So this one I already put the apple orchard and all of that, but I do have a blank version so that they could be creative and come up with their own delivery map. They also have their tag for being the delivery driver, signs that say Apple Delivery. You can find that on Amazon as well. Again, I link everything. And let me also say that you do not have to go this big. Especially if this is your first dramatic play, do not go this big. Build up. Set those expectations, set those rules, and it will go much, much smoother. My kids can handle it. I do have a smaller group. I know I get that asked a lot. So if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to comment down below. And I will reach out to you and hopefully answer all of your questions that you have. Thank you for tuning in to another dramatic play. And I will see you in October, because I have 3 planned in October. Let me know if you have any guesses on October's. 3 different ones, and they're super fun. So again, guys, thank you again for tuning in. Hope this was helpful. I hope this sparked some ideas for you. Until next time, bye guys.